Hey, what's up, everybody? This is going to be just like a little preamble before the podcast starts, but there's some subject matter in here that's a little touchy around uh, sex work and things like that. I'm not the most educated person in the world, but I tried to make sure that it was like a very balanced conversation in general. Um, like the video, be nice in the comments, buy a t shirt. Thank you. So I was like that.
Oh yeah.
Feels like a dick move not to if it's something I
You can
know.
also just do a color balance with a mask on the one webcam if you wanted to change it. So it didn't matter.
Oh, dude, I can color correct.
I can change
You're
my
right.
video background.
I did download Adobe Premiere, so I'm
Oh,
officially like a.
now you can't see all the trash in my room.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can't. Nothing
wonderful.
changed.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
hold
yeah,
on.
we can, but
There you
There
go.
we go.
oh, haha, we did the same thing at the same time. I also blurred my background. You can't see all of the
Ooh,
D&D books behind my desk.
Close.
I don't. It seems it's
You got the
wrong. It
cat
seems
kid.
like It seems like I'm hiding who I am.
It feels like
I'm gonna
you're.
change it back.
It feels like you're a 4K cutout in a
Kind of like you're
blurry
copying
look.
Yeah.
Chance.
It kind of feels like you're a bit of a clone, actually. Like kind of like stealing my flow, like a little bit.
Oh,
Oh. Hold on.
The
You
light
are
went out.
actually now the darkness. So, I
You
would
ever
argue
played
this is the
Minecraft,
most.
dog? You are the void.
Yo, it's like
Um.
in Minecraft.
Oh, there I am.
Oh, there you go. Now you're like
I don't
old
have to be
timey.
recording. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I have a filter on. I didn't mean to.
You're like a dead person now.
Yeah, I feel
Like
like
in a
we're
horror
gonna. There's
movie.
like a train gonna come at me, and then it's gonna stop right before it gets to the screen. And since I'm from old timey times, it's
Just
gonna
like a flashback to
scare
when
me
a
a lot.
zombie bit you.
I'm gonna be honest. If a zombie bit me, I would tell everybody.
Oh.
I would snitch on myself.
I would bite everybody else. I would go and try to bite everyone.
You're like,
I would
fuck it,
definitely.
it's my time.
Yeah, it's your time.
Well, then,
I've
so
already
you're like,
passed.
oh, it's no. I'm saying not. I'm saying that if you get bit by a zombie, do you tell people in
Yeah,
your
as
heart of
I'm biting
hearts?
them. Yeah,
Okay,
as
so
I
you
bite that. Like before I even
you
crave it.
infect.
Yeah, before I
Okay,
even crave it, I would start spreading it.
damn.
Um, yeah.
All right, so
Oh,
do you have anything else that you want to say? Like maybe like who
I
you
don't want
are,
to
what
camp
your
with you.
pronouns are, what you do.
am I on a podcast? Sorry, I was adjusting my How's my camera look?
You look like
Um,
it's sunset, even though I know it's 1 p.m. But it's kind of
yeah,
nice.
no, we're in the
You're looking,
same city,
you're looking
and it.
chill. You're looking relaxed.
Yeah. All right, so what up? I'm Ivica Glass. You can just call me Ivy. Uh, my pronouns are they, she, it. In that order.
Like from
Um,
top to bottom or bottom to top.
What do you mean? How you
I'm just
gonna?
kidding. I'm just-
what? They, she, it. Top to bottom, I guess. One, two, three.
Got it.
Um,
Okay, I bet. That's definitely the most diverse answer we've gotten so far. I like
yeah.
it.
I feel like most people aren't ranking their pronouns, so I
Yeah,
am.
exactly. Yeah, I'm glad that you like know. You're like aware. It was quick too. You were like, 6 seconds. Now I know.
Oh, I've known. This is like. I wish that I was like doing a bit. I've known that. That's like the way I organized it on Twitter was on purpose. I think that's how it is on Twitter. Actually, it might be wrong.
Is it just because the amount of letters or what? Because like it's
Um, it's mainly like it's like a. Oh, I have it. They it she, because I was gonna drop
oh
she for a while. And I brought it back.
Remix.
Uh, remix, yeah, because it's so fun, especially like. So my parents are really cool about me being trans.
Hmm.
Um, I haven't had them switch back to they them pronouns because I like came out as non-binary, and then I transitioned to as I was like, no, I'm a woman, and then I was like, nah, I'm not binary. Uh, so that was like a whole span of things. So
Hmm.
I haven't like told my parents like, hey, I'm not actually a girl. Like you can call me one, but like in my heart of hearts, just like a person. So it's
Do
like,
I?
all
Do,
right,
sorry, go ahead.
no, what are you saying?
I was just gonna ask how old your parents were, if you don't mind me asking.
That's a fair question. They are.
Are they boomer status or no?
Yeah, they're in their
Okay.
they're getting into their late 50s, so
Okay, so they're like pre-booming for sure.
yeah, they're
Um,
about there.
that's about where my parents are at. So I was just curious because my
Pre-boom, yeah.
parents, no shot. If like when I'm pretty sure that my parents thought that I was gay, and I don't think they were cool with it. So it's cool that your parents, at the very least, at some point, were just like, all right, like
Yeah.
that works. That's
Yeah, they
tight.
just finally were like, okay. Yeah. It took a minute, but now they're
Yeah.
cool. But it's really empowering when I am so my especially my parents are like they're like little city folk, but they're also like country people. They love country music. They got the
They're
big
city
truck.
conservative.
Yeah, but they're not conservative though, which is cool.
Oh, so they're just city country.
Yeah, they're city country. They would be called liberals by their contemporaries, but like they're my parents. I love them. If you're listening, which I hope you're not, because I'm going to say some uncouth things on this podcast.
Actually,
Um,
send me your mom's Discord so that for no other reason
Yeah.
than for me to send her this after.
yeah,
After it's out.
it's
No,
Yeah,
you're
here, I'll
gonna
send
get
him
your
in the
mom
chat.
on the podcast afterwards and just not tell you. So you, when you watch it back, your mom's just talking to us at the
Yeah,
end.
we're actually gonna interview your mom directly after.
yeah. I just sent her Discord to the chat. Don't worry.
Awesome.
I really want to
Sick.
blow a fat booger right now, dog, but I can't.
Do it. Blow a fat booger on the podcast.
Yeah.
You won't.
See if
It's
we
not
can-
rocket it.
Oh no, nothing.
Oh, dude, just straight into your
Leg.
shirt.
I
Grab
was
a
gonna say,
tissue.
or use
Bro,
your
grab
hand like a
Bruh.
cup. That was
You got a
some
fucking
savage,
gun on your
how
bed,
y'all
but you
go
don't have a
egg me on
tissue
and
on
get
your
mad
chest.
at me?
bro.
Hold
What
up,
am I, in high
wait.
school now? What the fuck?
You just hit X Games mode. If X Games mode was your shirt and the hitting it was a booger.
The secret is I have 2 shirts.
Bro,
Oh, so
Wait.
that one's your booger shield shirt.
so wait, you got a fucking is that a handgun on your bed and you don't have a tissue on your desk?
Yeah,
The fuck's up with that, bro?
I-
I'm
how you
American.
got-
What do you want from me?
How you got one masturbatory tool but not the second one?
Yeah, you don't have one to clean up.
I wasn't talking about the cat. That's weird.
Ah, that's the cleanup, dog.
Oh,
That's-
that's
Call me
way
Shane
weird.
Dawson.
That's
Shane Dawson. Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh my
That shit
god,
weird.
what is this? Y'all ever seen the movie Freddy Got Fingered?
I haven't finished that movie, but
No.
I try to watch it all the
No.
time.
It's a good one. It's good. There's a lot of like jerking off animals in it. But besides that,
Okay, what?
yeah,
besides that part.
besides that, it's hilarious. I would honestly say I'll say it on the record right now. Like the bestiality is not cool, but it is funny because he makes an elephant blow a huge load onto his dad. So it's like his dad's covered in elephant cum, and it's like, oh my god, like you couldn't make that movie now. Like there's no way anyone would let that movie happen now. But they'll let it be on streaming now, and that's cool.
What streaming service is it on?
I
think
want to say
Hulu.
it's on Hulu or Netflix. It's on either one.
Okay.
I
So
want to say Hulu because I don't have Netflix and I see it all the
this
time.
is actually an incredible thing. So I don't know how much time you have today. We have a bunch of we have another podcast episode to record later, but I've been thinking about starting a Patreon where we watch cult classic movies with the guests who are interested in doing that. I think we might have just found potentially the first movie. If at
Yes,
some
Freddy
point,
Got Fingered. Absolutely.
does it like? I'm probably red in the face from like actual like sex adverse embarrassment right now, but like
Your
is it,
white
like-
balance is taking care of you. You're good.
Oh hell yeah, let's go. dude.
Oh, yucky.
It's not
dude.
automatic.
Gross. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yucky,
Ah.
bro. My question was, is it like they like show it and stuff?
So like, it's definitely
like-
fake. Definitely like they
Okay.
show like a prop dick. Like it's not like the real animal penis.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. That immediately makes it funny instead of like disturbing to me.
Yeah,
It's
because
it's
it's
just
like,
weird and
and it's
funny.
even bigger than it's supposed to. So there's a horse and there's an elephant. There's two instances.
Okay.
And I've seen a horse's dick, and
We've,
but if
I mean,
Freddy
I think
got
we've
it's
all
fingered,
seen it
Michigan.
collectively.
It's Michigan.
yeah, but if Freddy got fingered, that horse's dick is insane. Yeah, that's how you know it's fake.
All right, Vosh has
I would-
definitely seen this.
I'm gonna
movie.
hate if someone's in the comments right now, in the future, being like, that was real.
Or like, actually, that was like a small for a horse's dick. So
Oh, Captain Horse Dick over here. I was supposed to say scientist horse dick. No, Doctor Horse Dick. There we go.
I'm
I
none of
stumbled
those
on
things. I'm barely a podcaster. I'm more desk jockey / game developer than anything.
Yeah, and I only got my bachelor's in horse dick, so
Ah, yeah, he's close.
Yeah, you
He's
dropped
close
out.
to finishing. I didn't
well, the
drop
horse
out.
was, I was.
I didn't have the grades to study horse dick, unfortunately. You got to have
Yeah.
like a 2.1, and I had like a 2.
Yeah.
So,
To
unfortunately.
actually, so there's a threshold. It's 2.1 to 3.1. You can study horse dick. Any lower than that,
Oh,
you have to study horse
Oh.
shit, and any higher than that, you have to study like
horse surgery.
psychology.
Oh,
No, you
okay.
can't even study horses. You have to like,
You have to become a
really-
sociologist.
yeah, because you did all your homework. You have to manage to
Yeah.
not do your homework, fail at least 2 exams, and then you can study horse dick.
Okay. All right.
Bro,
Well,
what the fuck?
all right. I'll go ahead and get on that for the fall semester next year.
Yeah,
It's gonna
absolutely.
take a lot of prep. I got to become a horse girl first, of course. So I got a lot of.
You
prepping
actually
to do.
become a horse girl after.
Does that imply that horse girls? No,
Yeah.
I actually don't want to. I don't want to go down this road anymore.
No, I don't either, because we're playing in it's dangerous territory here, and
You
it's
wanna
a
hear something
space in
fucked
which
up
I
that
don't
they
really
did?
think you two should play in.
So I opened a brand new Ritz bag of crackers, and a couple of them got like peanut butter on them somehow, but they're just regular crackers.
Bruh. Thank
I-
God.
You know
I
what,
ain't gonna eat
dude?
these.
I would maybe make sure that's peanut butter first of all.
I ain't gonna eat them.
Okay, that's a good thing because there's a lot of things that could maybe look like peanut butter that probably.
No,
are
you
not
know,
peanut butter.
Ritz peanut butter crackers, peanut butter. There's nothing like it.
Oh yeah, okay, so I forgot that Ritz made like peanut butter. So there's probably just a mistake in the
I was
factory and
thinking of
not like
Lance
vandalism.
crackers, too. Those
Nah.
like the like 6
Oh, the
pack
sandwich
of-
ones?
Yes. I used to steal those from this kid when I was in elementary school. He would never tell on me, but he definitely knew I stole them. I would just take them out of his lunchbox because I was hungry.
At that point, he was just letting you have it. That's
Yeah, he saw me once. He's like, taking my crackers. I'm like,
Damn
"Taking your
right.
crackers. Yeah, those are mine. We eating tonight.
Yeah.
I've been a criminal for a long time, you know.
Yeah,
But
I actually I was a good kid. I feel like I almost got suspended in middle school for slapping somebody because he threw away my donut.
oh yeah.
That's
Oh,
fucked
dude.
up, dude. It was
You
a
don't
whole ass
throw away
donut.
Somebody's donut. Was it somebody that you liked?
He was somebody that I sat with at lunch.
Oh, okay. So he was like the person you dealt with to hang out with the other people.
Yeah, it was just somebody who was there. Honestly, I don't even think anyone else liked him. He just sat with us.
Yeah, 'cause,
'Cause
like that's kneecap lacking territory. Throwing away
Yeah.
a donut. That's a
Uh,
shin, a kneecap, baseball bat.
Well, he was really lucky that he just got slapped because, like, I was in karate at the time. I was
Oh shit!
like, I could have actually like used force. I was a middle schooler, so it probably would have been weak, but like, could have backhanded him or
Middle
palm
schooler,
forced
middle
him.
schooler. For sure. Middle schooler to middle schooler, you win the middle schooler.
Took that
fight.
twerp. Yeah, I never got in any fights, but I was always prepared.
I did karate until I had a yellow belt and then never did it again. So I basically like learned the 2 starter forms or whatever.
Yeah, so you're
And
basically a
then,
ninja.
yeah, I'm actually Fortnite Ninja. Little known fact. This is blue. Um, Actually, I think his hair's pink now. I don't know. Anyway, uh, I got in a bunch of fights as a kid, but um,
Oh,
I also moved around enough that it was not like ever a permanent stain on my.
Oh, so you just like got into a fight and then like you're outie.
Well, I was a
Like
military kid, but
yeah, like
the
shouts out.
military was like I was like a traveling boxer for the military, but like unofficially and only at like high schools.
Yeah, he didn't get paid, sadly.
Oh
yeah,
no,
that was
I got
Volunteer
paid in
work.
I got paid in respect.
it was a you were a government plant
Yeah,
to incite violence
yeah, in our
in the
schools.
youth.
Oh, so this is the Fuck Chance podcast because we don't. The government?
No, this
Oh
is where
no,
we
we
break chance free.
no. This
Chances
is I'm small government, guys. I'm small government. I'm the plant.
Oh,
I'm the
true.
victim.
we need
You won
Guys,
me
to re-
over.
everyone vote, please. If you're hearing this right now, please vote.
if you're reading this podcast, please vote.
If you, yeah, all right. Whoever is going to transcribe this into text for the hearing disabled, I appreciate you. First of all, thanks. Second of all, please go vote.
Yes.
Even if your vote doesn't matter, then why don't you do it anyway?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bars. I'll say bars to myself because I know it's bars.
But
I
I'm
was
not
gonna
even
like
running.
I
Well,
was
of course
trying to
you're
like
not
get
running.
like some kind of comparison to like, oh, you do this every day and it doesn't matter, so why don't you vote?
The first thing people say is they make their bed so they feel like they've achieved something. The polling
Oh,
station is the middle school you live directly next to. I know your suburban ass doesn't care about a whole lot of shit, but the people who care about you care about these problems that you can vote for free.
But
could
then someone's
mail
gonna
it
comment
in.
that they can't be within 100 yards of a school.
If they can't be
Yeah,
within
What
100 yards of
then?
a school,
If
they
you
can't
can't be
vote.
within 100 yards of a school
What are
and
they
you're
gonna do?
listening to this podcast,
Um,
you can
I'm
stop watching now. Actually,
no, actually, I want you to watch for
unless
the next couple of seconds. I'm going to say something, and I'm going to have to mute it. Please.
oh, you didn't mute yourself on Discord. You don't have to mute that in post now.
Oh, that was the intention, fully.
Oh, I would have muted myself in post and done the lip. So this is what I'm gonna do. So if you can't be within 100 feet of a school,
See, you're so much smarter than me. I'm
uh,
like I'm gonna watch the entire podcast in Premiere again anyway, and then again when we premiere it live on YouTube.
Oh, that's
So
double premiere.
yeah, I'm my own biggest fan. I watch this shit like 4 times before people see it, and then another time while people do see it, just so that I can see people's reactions.
see, I'm like the complete opposite. So I record my podcast. I listen to it once to edit it.
Mhm.
If it's lab grown, I go through. I cut out all my uhs, the ers, and the little bit of silences. But if it's
Do you
my
find
other
that's worth
podcast,
it?
I don't really think it is.
It's just
Um,
something you want.
this is something I do for that podcast.
Mhm.
Just because part of me is like, well, it makes it more listenable. You know, it's like there's no time for someone to go, that was boring. I'm turning this off. You know,
100%.
it gives them less. Keeps the content packed in instead of like having like a 30 seconds of silence because I'm stoned. You know,
I try
uh,
really hard to prevent that by doing what I just did, where I technically kind of cut you off, where you had the like because of Discord, there's a lot of random like half silence just because of the delay. So I'm trying to defeat it, and I feel like sometimes I cut people off, like I did just now to you. That's why I want so badly. I know it's not realistic, but the IRL podcast is the dream.
yeah. Yeah.
I just gotta
But
buy Zoe a house.
yeah, Sway, come on up here.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were both in the same. That's crazy.
All I'm
I
saying
mentioned it
is
the last one. I forgot.
all the cool people are moving to Michigan.
I'm moving to Philly.
that?
Rip that.
Yeah.
When's that? How does it feel to know
You
that
just like
you're
the
gonna not
cheesesteaks,
be
huh?
cool soon?
So that's tentatively in April. Financially, I don't think that's gonna happen in April, but we'll see.
Are you moving there to fight all of the homophobic people, or just like for the sites, or
Oh, I'm there to ring the Liberty Bell daily. Uh,
oh, you're gonna be
that's
like the person, like the one, the guy, the person, the guy,
the ringer,
the
yes.
one, yeah, the person that does it. Sick.
Yeah. Even though
Ain't it
you're not
cracked?
supposed to touch it, I'm gonna fix the crack.
Oh, you got a
If
little
you
JB
put
Weld.
you put crack in the crack.
That is what I'll do, actually, most
Yeah,
Yeah, the
likely.
crack will fix Philly. You're right.
once
You're right.
once it rains, it'll congeal inside of it, and it'll all be like stuck together. I don't
And
actually
then
know
I'll
what that.
have
I
a
don't think that's how
bunch of people
that
trying to
works,
smoke
but-
the Liberty Bell.
Oh, dude, on the dead homies.
That would be kind of sick, though.
Dude, imagine that would make all of the crackheads move to Philadelphia.
That would just be the coolest concert ever, though. To be real, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, who's playing? It's Fish. We got Fish playing tonight at the Liberty Bell. We're gonna smoke the Liberty Bell. It's full of crack.
It's Fish for like 6 hours, and then it's the
6 fucking
Deftones
hours.
for 12 minutes.
Oh, only 6 hours. That's only like
And then-
half an album.
Yeah, I know, but see, the thing is, you have to make sure that there's time for the 12 minutes of the Deftones, which is like 2 intros to 2 songs, and then the rest is just Aphex Twin for the whole time, forever.
How long does it take to smoke the crack? That's the question. I mean, because
Well, that's the
Oh,
challenge.
5 minutes. It's like 5 minutes.
So-
It's on in
Oh,
5
it's-
minutes.
Oh yeah, so like pre-entry is like
I didn't
5
put
If
that
I
much
get there
crack in the
even
Liberty
shorter.
Bell. I couldn't find any crack, guys. That was Pond Rocks.
Okay. It's like 60% baking soda. Got it.
Yeah, 16% baking soda, 40% Pond Rocks. There's no crack in there.
Oh, okay. These
I'm new in
crackheads are
town.
gonna
What am I supposed? I
Bro.
just moved to Philadelphia.
be-
I can't find any crack anywhere,
So you're
and
telling me you didn't bring crack across state lines?
I don't know where to get crack in Michigan.
oh, dude, Chance, hook him up.
I was gonna say,
hook this motherfucker up.
Unfortunately, I do know a guy.
Oh,
Bro,
never
that's-
mind. Don't hook this motherfucker up.
So, while we're talking about crack, I think crack is hilarious. I also think that crack is terrible.
I
Uh,
agree.
Oh, okay.
Cause like there's times we're talking about crack. I mean, just to, like call something crack. I think that's cringy. Like I really do. If someone's like, "Oh, this is like crack to me," I'm like, "Bro, no, it's not."
I think
But when
it's silly, especially when people say it a bunch.
when they say it a bunch, then it's like I kind of. But when they break it out every once in a while, when they're like,
Hit
Like-
them with the side eye. Like, damn.
it's like,
bro.
come on.
You ever done crack before?
Uh,
Oh, not
like-
sorry, not asking you. I meant like.
I have not.
asking-
Um,
well,
so
congratulations.
Crack is
on-
something I would do if I were to ever commit murder. I would start smoking crack probably.
All right, so if you guys ever see
this like a
Ivy
defense, like a
smoking
legal
crack,
defense? Like,
just
what's
like know that a murder happened recently and Ivy was probably involved.
Yeah.
Is it like
Guys, you ever see Ivy
a
smoking
legal
crack?
defense or?
No, it wouldn't be my defense. It would just be like my next thing.
Dude,
'Cause
come on,
crack. Well, like so, crack was made to kill poor people, right?
Yeah, basically.
These
That's
decimate
essentially
their
what it was.
economies, Yeah.
That's the boil
Yeah.
down, yeah, for sure.
To make poor people suffer, the very least.
hmm
So crack is like not funny because of that, but crack is also like funny because to me, it's like, well, I guess it's not funny to me, but like it's just like a last resort drug. It's like you get to that point, like you can't go any further besides like heroin, maybe, but to me, crack feels worse than heroin.
I'll say this. Crack is not funny. I've seen people who were on crack who did things that were funny. And I think a person doing crack one time as a joke
as a prank, like an Always Sunny kind of deal.
Bro, you talking about
Is
me now? Am I gonna
funny.
do crack one time as a
No.
joke?
So I have asked
I'm down,
a
let's go.
couple different people this because
Uh-huh.
and it is a stolen bit. I want to clarify. This is a Slime
funny as fuck.
Anders gaming bit. Shout out Slime Machine, the best to ever do it, funniest man on the internet. Uh, he wants to do crack with somebody one time as a joke. He thinks doing crack, literally doing crack one time and then never interacting with crack ever again with somebody is funny. And I agree. I think it's kind of funny.
That's dumb as fuck though.
Oh no, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
Man,
do
Russian
it.
roulette,
No, following through that is so stupid.
Of course not. I would never follow
This
through. But
man. No,
asking
not you,
somebody,
him,
would you
that's
do
funny.
crack? Would you ever do crack
Yeah.
with me? It's a bonding experience to see them answer.
I can't wait till he does it, and then 3 months later he's just hooked.
That's what I'm saying. It's like Russian roulette, like ha ha ha. Like you got
just the
have
time.
one chance for it to be ha ha funny, and then like 5 chances for it to be your life now.
Of course,
So it's
of
like,
course. Which is why I say I would never do it. But I think that it as a prospect, doing it one time, kind of funny.
I think
It's-
legally,
it's
if you
so
roll a
like-
dice 5 times and you don't get the number you call for, that means you're lucky enough to smoke the crack.
Legally,
this is like
not
we're
like
like
metaphysics.
delving
I
into
am a lawyer, so
subplot. This
We're
is
kind
like
of-
an episode of Always Sunny now, like where the gang smokes crack too. Because I'm sure the gang smokes crack already is an episode.
All right, so I'm gonna have to bleep out
They already
some
have
more
some,
of
for
this
sure.
so that you hear the context of this because maybe you'll swing through, maybe you'll
But
be
hit
in a
mute.
music
Just
video.
hit mute.
No, because I want you to hear it.
Oh,
This is
that's
something that
smart.
I'm saying we're going to do.
I forgot.
So
I
in-
forgot I could hear you. Where we'll cut back in. So we'll just talk about the state's capital. This is how we'll segue back in. The state's capital.
Mhm.
I want to say it's 2.5 hours from us.
Okay.
So if you ever wanted to go to college, it's 2.5 hours.
I probably don't. I might,
I don't either.
depending on how things go. But making clothes that people like is kind of starting to work out. Helping my friends make cool music is kind of working out. So I'm hoping that's gonna
Fuck
keep the
college.
ball rolling. Buy a shirt. I'm putting it.
Oh, the camera
the
did a really cool
audience.
pan when you did that. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, we'd be hitting
Oh.
these right here.
Ooh, we got the auto pan.
Yeah,
I
Funny
just
when
have
he's-
like
I was a streamer way before I was making anything else.
yeah. So
Yeah.
streaming seems like I would be good at it, but I feel like I would hate doing it because I don't even really like watching people's streams. I'll
I don't
watch
like
like
people stream either.
I'll watch video on demand content, but I won't watch like live streams unless like I'll watch the Music Mondays stream every once in a while. Shout out Music Mondays, the
Mhm.
music media conglomerate. I couldn't think of a word. OBS. We're talking to OBS here.
Yeah, the
my bad. My
webcam
camera froze. I'm
cracked.
just fixing it real quick.
Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, I'll watch the Music Mondays Twitch stream, but like otherwise, it's just not like I'll watch like fests, but otherwise it's like I
Yeah,
don't
it's-
really want to
it's very
watch you play a
boring.
game.
For me, I don't watch people because they're playing a video game. I like their personality or I like their chat's personality.
Yeah, like I would. It's even still like, oh, I like this person's like personality or like, for example, Pink Navel, the rapper, they do Twitch streams all the time, and they're just like a cool person, and it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, I would love to watch your stream if I liked watching streams, but otherwise, it's like I don't want to. And it's also I gotta be around when you're around online. Like it's like watching something when like watching cable again. Like, haven't we moved past this?
We have. Do you watch
you-
like the VODs of live content?
No, because it feels like I'm missing out now. It's like, oh, I could have been there.
Ah.
I don't like watching streams either, but if you at least, watching the VODs are sometimes cool, but you really have to know what the cool moments already are. So
I do like to
it's- yeah.
editorialize stuff
Mm.
when it's like somebody took their like. I really think Ludwig is kind of like the prime example of somebody who took their live stream and turned it into a YouTube video. They like cut it down from like what is usually just gaming content with stakes into like a 20-minute video that was actually 3 hours of gameplay and jokes and all this stuff and just took the funniest parts.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff I really like. But like for instance, I really like Spooky Sunday. I've decided I'm just gonna pull through for all of those from now on. That was super fun. Which is Spooky Gang's live stream. We did that last week.
I watched that episode, so I know what you're talking about.
Hell yeah. Be there next Sunday. I don't want to just plug somebody else's stuff on anyway. Yeah, no, it's like that kind of stuff is really cool. I've been live streaming since I was like 17, so I'm like very familiar with Twitch, but I think YouTube streaming is kind of the future of live streaming for like non-interactive content. So like it surprises me that the fests don't happen on Twitch for any reason other than copyright problems.
So
For
yeah,
instance.
I did stuff on YouTube. I just did my last fest on YouTube, and we
Mhm.
had to shut down mid-fest due to copyright. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm never doing
Yeah.
YouTube again."
But wouldn't the actual answer be to have your artists use their own copyrighted content?
No,
Okay.
because I don't. I feel like that's putting like a restriction on it that like I shouldn't be putting on someone's art, even though it's like my showcase. It's still like their art. Also,
Okay.
YouTube. There's no gifts in YouTube either. That was another thing. Because I was doing stuff on Discord and solely on Discord,
Hmm.
and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna try YouTube for this fest again. Because my first fest was on YouTube, and I didn't really like it. So I was
I
doing
remember
Discord.
you posted like I'm just Discord ones from now on. I remember you posting that.
Yeah. Also, it's so much easier because I just stream straight from Discord instead of having to open up OBS, and there's less delay in what I'm hearing, so I don't actually have to watch it on my phone to like participate in the fest.
Hmm.
I can watch it on my desktop, and I'm only like 2 seconds ahead instead of being like 10.
Yeah, totally.
Because I'm going through two different programs to stream.
Hmm. Yeah, it's like you're adding a bunch of delay just from each program.
I did get a bunch of YouTube subs from that, which was cool, but I didn't get any YouTube views from that. So it's like, what's the point?
Well, one
Like,
thing
I'm,
about YouTube too, though, is if somebody content IDs a beat that you leased, like you get copyright strikes for it, even if you're legally allowed to use it.
damn.
So like
Yeah, that's
if
true.
even if you're paying for the beat, sometimes motherfuckers you can't always use it on YouTube. It don't work.
Yeah, unless you want to go file for everything and like
Yeah, and
show them
that's
your
a pain in the
DMs
ass for like a
that.
live thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Especially because it can potentially be like multiple strikes or multiple instances,
Yeah.
anything like that.
So thankfully it was the video, not the audio.
Mm.
Someone had used like, God, I forgot the name of the anime. I'm gonna be crucified for this. Neon Genesis.
Evangelion.
Evangelion.
Oh,
Yeah. They used stuff from that, and so it got shut down from there.
Yep. That's
But
a
like,
prime example of getting like that, Naruto, anything that like you can buy a shirt for at Hot Topic.
if you don't put a
Just
filter
not.
on it, it's going down. Yeah.
Even if you put a filter on it, like the sad lo-fi reverb whatever videos over anime really kind of made the algorithm good at finding those too.
Damn. I have a visualizer for a Vlad song,
Mhm.
for Byakugan Eyes. So I just use the Hinata Neji fight from like
Yeah.
the first one.
Mhm.
And it's still up there. And there's also Blue Eyes White Dragon in it too. So it's just those two images, but they're like clashing enough that you kind of have to focus to see. So I think that
Okay.
the the computer can't find it, so it's like cool. Someone would have to watch it and be like, "This is from Naruto.
Yeah, and
I
if
have to report this.
somebody's out here reporting it, we have to find them and
Please don't report my art.
we have
I
to
make
find
mine,
them and report
I
them.
don't monetize my videos, so why would you report me?"
I try to make mine cringe so people don't like when they have to manually review it. They just don't watch it.
They're like, oh, we see ass. I think we're clicking off.
That's it.
So also speaking of, we're talking to ass on YouTube. I made a visualizer with a video I ripped off of a website called Pornhub. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, don't they like
Yeah, I
regularly
think I have.
participate in the trafficking of women or in some fashion?
Indirectly,
Yeah,
Most likely,
Fair.
yes.
any hosting site does.
that's fair.
But they just didn't check verification stuff enough. That's what it originally was. Like they weren't IDing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pornhub
Yeah.
was very loose goose for a minute there.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you have to work really hard in order to get the Overwatch hentai.
You just go to different
But-
places, but
Yeah. Anyway, you were saying you
Well,
downloaded
yeah,
a video
you-
from Pornhub.
So yeah, it wasn't like I wasn't like ripping like straight porn. It was, and since I didn't monetize it, I didn't feel bad about it. It was like an independent creator's like striptease video, and I flipped that to make a visualizer, and it's still on YouTube. There's boobies in that. It's on YouTube. I'm like, fuck yeah.
there's plenty
Did
of
you-
boobies on YouTube.
It's age restricted, so like
Real
I think
shit?
that's why.
You should send it to them. Or no, you should ask if you can
No,
upload it and then send it to them.
No,
after they
that's
say
fuck.
Well,
yes.
So my whole thing is like, I don't think that there's any ethical gray area here. So if I were to like purchase that directly, I would need to ask for permission. If I were to steal that, that would be very wrong. I stole pornography from an independent creator. That's wrong because that's like stealing someone's like music from them. Like,
Yeah,
it's directly.
nobody is going to your visualizer just to see the titties unless they live in like a Middle Eastern country where porn is.
where the sewer person song that it's over is probably blocked in their country. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Sewer
Uh,
person, you mean the devil
Yeah.
or whatever.
Sewer person,
I'm not 100% sure. on
I
their
have talking
beliefs.
points today. We'll move on to this. I have some talking points about sewer person too. I was
Okay.
thinking about what I'm going to talk about on the show today. But so I thought it was okay to upload this visualizer because originally I was just going to post it on Tumblr and just have it only be on Tumblr because like
Mhm.
that's just like a social media site. So it's like, it's I don't
Yeah, no
feel
big deal.
yeah, but because her video was on Pornhub of all sites, it was like, okay, this is basically the YouTube of porn. Like,
Yep.
so I don't see like I don't see like, as long as I'm not profiting off of it, because I wasn't doing like a custom or anything. Like, no one was paying me to make this. So
Mhm.
there was no profit exchange. So it's like, I'm not stealing. I'm just like,
Is the person in the video for like an extended period of time?
yeah, she's in the video for like the whole thing.
And I suppose like the only thing is when it comes to like sex work specifically, it can be a touchy area because a lot of like I kind of pointed at with the whole like Pornhub thing was like a lot of it is like a lot of sex work is exploitative or easily exploited. And it can be seen as exploitative, I suppose. And this is not coming. I'm not a sex worker. I don't really have like the actual like real life experience of this, but like most of the arguments that I've seen are just like it's the equivalent of just like stealing somebody's like art and reposting it. It's just it has their boobs in it, you know.
Yeah. And
I
that
would
was the
argue
thing.
it's transformative, but I think that's the main argument that people have.
So I'm at this point where I'm actually like, this is the coffin clubs where I'm talking about my art now is where I'm working on like I'm doing like a lot of nudes just because like naked bodies are nice to look at for
Okay.
me. So it's like I'm gonna put them in my art. Uh, wow, that sounded really cringy, but whatever.
Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I don't
But
think so,
like,
but go ahead.
I don't think that you're being cringy. I think you're judging yourself harshly.
I am judging myself a little bit,
That's
but
all good. Just talk.
I don't like, yeah.
Speak
So
your truth.
in my collages and like the collages that I would sell, the only time that there are lewd images, those are from public domain images, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Those are that I legally am allowed to
Yeah, of course. That's very
redistribute
different.
it with an edit.
Yep.
But with that visualizer, so since I'm not profiting off of it, I was just making art for art's sake. I saw no harm in using this sex worker's video they had on Pornhub. I didn't take it. I didn't like go on their OnlyFans and download it from there without and then
Yeah,
use it without permission.
you're not stealing their business. It's
Yeah, their paywalled content is still
Mhm.
protected. And that is why I was like, okay, this is okay. If I was selling it to someone, I would have to directly ask her. I would most likely be like, hey, can I give you, $25 to use this video that you have, online for free?
have you ever and I apologize if this comes off weird. I'm just kind of like thinking of like defenses to this argument. Uh do you have you ever like made beats and sold beats before?
Yeah, I make and sell beats. I'm not really picky about it. But I've also
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, like a lot of the producers that put stuff on YouTube, like they are products that people just they put free in the title because they basically have to. They say, oh, pay for it if you're gonna put it on streaming services.
yeah.
But like a lot of them, like they're getting their beats yoinked either for people to practice on before they actually decide if they want to rap on that beat or whatever. But it's like you like it's even if it's not like redistribution, people don't come to the visualizer for the nudity just because people don't come to the song for the beat specifically. They're coming for the artist and like what that artist does to beats, I suppose. It feels like that is in a similar vein, like a, at least they feel similar enough that my
I flipped
opinion
her
on
art.
them
Like
is
her art was there. I took it and I flipped it. And I
this is
will
also I
say,
haven't seen the visualizer. This is also
yeah,
like not having seen it, so I'm kind of
but
just speaking from an
it's not,
entirely theoretical place.
yeah. So, but it's not like directly just like the video synced up to the music. It's like
Hmm.
cropped and flipped, and there's like other layers over it and things like that. It's very abstract, but it's like, so I remixed her content, right?
Hmm. But
Um,
even remixes are generally like still like I would say even a moral gray area sometimes.
yeah.
There's a reason why
So
Weird Al is controversial.
yeah. So where I'm at right now is that video's up there. It's age restricted. I
Hmm.
posted it on the Sewer Person subreddit, uh, just to try to get more YouTube traction.
Hmm.
Uh, I did not credit her in the YouTube description because I didn't want a Pornhub link in my YouTube description. Um, I didn't
Fair,
want,
yeah.
but and I don't have it on Twitter, so I can't I didn't post that one on Twitter, so I didn't because the last time I used a sex worker's video from Pornhub, I credited her. It was like I used this video I flipped from this person because I
Hmm.
didn't profit off of it. So it's
Yeah.
like, all right. Um, and I will say while we're talking about Pornhub, Pornhub does suck ethically. It's terrible. It's the Amazon of porn, truly.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's what it seems like.
terrible. It's terrible, awful, but the same reason that small independent creators are distributing on Amazon, because people are on it. People use it. That's what sucks
Oh
about
yeah.
it.
Drop shipping, dude. You can buy the same pair of joggers for 20, 30, 11, and $60.
Yeah. Well,
It's all problems.
I just fixed my lighting so fast. The problem was I had a
one
lamp
simple
on.
trick. Now I'm just the fuzziest man on earth for like
Have you
a
met
couple
Bigfoot?
seconds.
God, so
Yeah,
what have we
I
talked
did. I
about
was
on this
Bigfoot.
podcast today? We've talked about porn. We've talked about crack. Um,
Horse dick, like
horse
for
dick.
a long
Oh,
time.
true.
You talked about how you wanted to talk about sewer person, and then you talked about sewer person's community. Sorry, not sewer person specifically.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's talk about. What's the
and then
next
you
thing? We'll
kind
talk
of talked
sewer
about
person.
that. So I don't
Yeah.
know
So sewer
what
person.
sewer person. Okay.
Have either of you listened to him?
I was
course.
a Nine Tails fan when I was like
On God.
16, and I'm 27.
On God.
God, that guy's been rapping forever.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a super accurate timeline, but it feels accurate-ish. Maybe 18.
I want to say
I'm gonna do-
7 years probably is my timeline. Maybe 8. I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure. I remember that Convolk song with Garden and Sewer Person and Convolk on it came out, and it was like I was already a fan of all three, and it was like the combo, and I was like, oh, okay. And then also shout out Polarm. I just thought about it right now, and I don't follow them on my new Twitter account, but I've been a Polarm stan since Lil Halberd. You know. Shout out the Pasta Patrol.
I like just heard of Polearm like probably 3 weeks ago. They showed up on my SoundCloud.
Very
Very
atmospheric music. I
Uh,
like.
so Sewer Person. I've only been listening to Sewer Person since like for a year now.
Okay.
The reason I listen to Sewer Person is because one of my producers, who goes by Fern, now he used to be Naki. He used to be a bunch of other shit too, but he made the beats as
Shout out to my
Naki.
name changers.
He was a Sewer Person type beats. Like he made them and put them on YouTube free for profit. I would hop on them, lease them, and I was like, I'm gonna finally listen to Sewer Person since I like these Sewer Person type beats so much. And I had just gone through 2 breakups within a 2-week span because I
Prime
was in an
sewer
open
person
relationship.
times.
Prime Sewer Person times. Posting the sad dog meme from BoJack Horseman a lot and listening to Sewer Person.
Damn.
But so Sewer Person has been rapping for forever, as we just clarified.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a Wikipedia page. He's got like some fan wiki that they estimate he's 20 to 25 years old. That's really
An estimation. He's like told his age a couple times.
That's actually like kind of painful to hear.
maybe that's just like
I'm
that Sewer Person wiki. I'm gonna look up Sewer Person age.
I'm really holding on to the fact that I respect Spooky Gang a lot, and Spooky Gang is older than me. So, we got that one in the bag.
Okay,
I'm not the only boomer out here,
born in
Everybody's
'98, so I'm
98.
older than Sewer Person. Shit.
I was born in
like
96.
24, 25, 20. Yeah, that's not bad.
I was born in 96, so
I was born in '96. Yeah,
when's your birthday?
Oh,
December 20th, so a little less than a month away.
fucking boomers.
February 6th. What can I say? I'm old as shit. My
Oh,
back
shit.
hurts.
Hell yeah. So, wait, how old are you?
22.
What?
Yeah, Zway is like
That's
essentially 17.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the dynamic here is Sway's like your little bro.
I have an older brother and a little brother, so it's more like
It's
I'm just
more
his
like
cousin that nobody talks to.
it's more like
I'm just a
if I
swag
had
guy.
if I had to relate it to like a sitcom dynamic,
And you do.
he's like the pen pal that shows up every like season, but he's like always inside content. So anything that I'm doing on the internet, you see Zway all over it. But you see Zway in my real life one time for 3 days straight, and
Saying
then
fucked up shit.
Yep, he just comes by talking about how he loves guns and hates the liberals. He always makes sure that he cuts out a bunch of the letters. It's really weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he leaves, and then my life is normal again, except on the internet.
It's like the B line plot is always this
Yeah.
way, and then like your A line plots in real life.
Yeah, exactly. I say that as somebody who cares a lot about like the people who I meet and talk to online. You know, all my I used to live in Washington, and all my homies lived in Washington, and now I definitely do not live in Washington, and most of my homies also don't live in Washington anymore. So
Damn. Yeah. Shit. So sewer person, right? That's
yeah.
what we were
So,
talking
oh
about.
yeah,
We were
sorry.
talking about how old we were. I was like, what were we talking about? Shit.
Sewer
So
person
sewer
being
person
25.
doing 25. Um, his new stuff, I don't like it. I only like his stuff from like 2020, and that's it.
Okay,
Uh, I listen to that stuff on repeat like ridiculously. Uh,
that's unfortunate.
yeah, I don't know.
Do you feel like the
He's,
sound
he's
has changed?
his sound has changed. He's gotten a lot more experimental with a lot of the stuff he was doing like after Wooden Heart or whatever with Casco's Crazy.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get quite that specific. I'm a project listener and have not listened to a ton of sewer person projects specifically.
Fair, fair. Um, but so there was a point where he started to get into more like they call it like emo rap, but where he starts screaming and like the beat gets a little bit heavier and he's trying to like rap a little more scarier.
Okay,
It's not just like rapping anymore. He's trying to like be edgy.
that's
Uh,
good. Okay.
and like some of it, like it's kind of cool, but it's like some of it's like, what the fuck are you saying, dog? Because he's still freestyling all of it for the most part. And
Mhm.
so sometimes he just says some real whack shit and like, and I'm like, what are you
I was
talking?
gonna say this sounds like my music, but then you said sometimes says whack shit, and never mind, because I never say whack shit. But
It's not like he's saying like, shit like Sway would say, you know,
hey,
about liberals or anything.
I will say this: I am the biggest Zway fan on earth.
I say, what the
No, I'm
People,
fuck?
just fucking with Sway. I'm just fucking with Sway.
I'm gonna
Have
disagree
In
you?
though.
real
I think
life, not
you're
in
crazy
song.
about your opinion.
You think I'm
No,
crazy?
No, I
no,
think
I'm
that
crazy.
yeah, I think that's a crazy opinion.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
I
gonna
know it
Bad
is.
fully
fan.
agree. I'm a fully agree. I'm not an active like I seek out the sewer person, but I've never turned a sewer person song off before.
Well, I know specifically the album and stuff, and like what you're saying with him getting more like yelling and stuff and getting more aggressive with the beat. But I
Like
feel like that's
DNA,
kind of
right?
perfect. It's kind of perfect for what he's going for. And I mean, I think it's definitely just like a matter of when you or the
It's
time
just a
period you
matter of
discover
getting into it.
somebody's stuff in, you kind of cling on so hard to it that it's hard to get to the new. And I can see that. I definitely getting very, very slow to the new stuff. But man,
Yeah,
when he gets angry and shit and like yelling, it's crazy. I like
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Imagine being a Nine Tails fan. My favorite song is "Stay Alive" or "Still Alive."
I haven't heard.
Hmm,
I
So
never
I gotta think
delved.
about
So
mine
there was
now.
one time there's like
Hey,
a Nine Tails verse where it says
mhm.
something about smoking this weed like it's crack. And I was like, all right, I'm not listening to Nine Tails anymore. It was like old. And he
yeah,
probably
so
said he was
yeah,
in the
relieve the
reference, he
pain in
probably
his
said he was
back. Yeah.
17.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna actually go ahead and
I'm
steal
pretty sure he
that
says
bar.
smoking blunts like it's crack. Really?
I'm smoking blunts like it's crack. Goes
Yep.
hard. You don't like that? That's a banger.
That's so
Yeah,
that's
that's
where we go
what
back to
it
the
goes. Yeah,
whole
that's it
crack
goes
thing.
back to the crack thing. Yeah.
This is what it's where it's like, come on,
Oh, you know
really?
what? Oh, you know what? I think that might be the part where we disagree. I think if you're in reference to how often you do something in a literal sense, I think that's different. I think if you're making a joke about it or like being facetious, but I think in the terms of making a music video, if you're saying like I smoke blunts like they're crack now, especially in because it's very common to like talk about smoking weed when you're sad in emo rap. I think at least
Yeah.
I think it's maybe it is still kind of on the fence, but I think it's less bad for sure. I think it's for me at least.
So like it's not like a cancelable thing. I'm not trying to crucify Sewer Person for that.
Oh no, the title of this is the Sewer Person Beef episode, just so you know.
Oh, good. Great. That's what I want. I want to become his rap enemy because that'd be great for my numbers.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
I'm-
no, we're gonna like Tom McDonald you to the top. It's gonna be great.
Wonderful. But so with things like that, and it's not like I'm totally right. It's not like he said that and I think he's an awful person for it.
Yeah.
He said that and he published that, and part of me is like, why would you publish that in a song? Maybe if it was in a podcast, like where it's like, you're getting a little rowdy, but like you had time to go back and change that,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really what you stuck with, and that's what kind of bugs me. And that's what bugs me about the Comet 4. I listened to that, and it was just like, dog, what are you talking about? Like, and he wasn't like saying things like I'm smoking blunts like crack. It was just like
Mhm.
more of like, you're not even rapping about anything. You're just saying words, and they don't even like have like whimsy to them, or it's just like I felt like really forced. And he's just trying to get it back.
I guarantee you would hate my music.
Put it on the stream. Let's get a bot in here. Oh, but we're not. We're in a group chat. We're
I
not
was
a
gonna
server.
say I can technically stream my screen and cut this up real quick. We'll just have to like do some editing bullshit.
Make two gigantic waveforms, one before and one after the clip, so you can easily see.
No, keep it in. We'll have a
Essentially
live
scream
reaction.
into your mic, is what I'm
Okay.
saying.
So what yeah. Hit it with that. Okay. So do you want to hear Seraph? Target. Actually no, Target's the answer. It's my best song.
I was gonna say Target sounds pretty cool. Are we talking about like store?
They got low milk.
However, I'm going to skip the Lexic verse, even though he kind of bodied me on my own song. Sorry, that was a example yell.
Oh, you actually yelled? It cut out.
Oh, wait, yeah.
I didn't know
okay.
you really yelled.
Just someone come
I
check on
did.
you.
Oh no,
Sophie, stop.
no. Nick is going to go check to see if there's a package out front.
Oh,
it
I'm
was
like,
just perfect
"Someone check
timing.
on you 'cause you yelled, and it didn't come into we didn't hear it.
Yeah, it cut out.
Discord muted it.
Ah, dude.
So if someone was trying to kill you, we wouldn't fucking know. Discord.
No, I would feel
Well,
it.
actually,
I could
it's
just
actually
tell.
also my mic because if I if I turn off and then I go then you hear it.
No, I didn't hear that. I cut out that time.
No, I saw
No.
it. I'm a genius at my craft, bro. I know. I'm aware.
No, but I'm pretty good at gaslighting, so I'm pretty sure you're lying.
I'm pretty good at not getting gaslit, so I'm pretty sure you're lying.
I wouldn't do
Dude,
that.
how long is this? This is a minute.
It's a
50
minute and
Is that the whole
56 seconds.
thing? That's
I'm
pretty
definitely
skipping.
not playing the whole thing.
Crank this.
Shout out Rick Day. He said actually,
But like,
no substance. I was just like, oh, I'm a rap.
but your delivery didn't. So like, my thing with Comet 4 is his delivery feels like weak. At least your delivery felt like good. I felt like you were really in that. You know what I mean? Comet 4 just didn't feel like he was in it.
Okay.
Combined with all these other aspects, and also like, especially because he's been rapping for so long, I kind of expect him to like really do some stuff, and that one it was just like, what do you? But
I gotta be honest. I absolutely do respect. I feel like I'm just like disagreeing with you for the whole podcast, but I'm genuinely interested in this conversation.
yeah.
And the problem is, I'm not really a musician. Like I rap, I can, technically, but like I don't have like the technical knowledge to really say why I do or don't like a song for the most part. But um, I don't know. I guess I just like the songs sound good. I like songs.
No, and that's
That's my
fine. And
caveman answer.
I'm just like, it's definitely something that started to happen when I switched from doing like pop music, or I switched from emo music to pop music to rap. So when I switched to rap is when I started to be a lot more picky of a listener,
Mhm.
especially with other rap music. So if like my shit takes forever to write because I'm so like picky about things, even though like it still won't be like this, uh, you know, highly like it's not like a big thought or anything like that. It's very personal, most bars start with I, but it's
Mhm.
still like still try to like push it. But Sewer Person also freestyles, and that's another thing is like,
I'm the best freestyler of all time. Anybody can come get the smoke. Said it
but
before. I'll say it again. Let's go.
I feel like
Sorry.
I'm no, I feel like you gave me a second to try to figure out what train of thought I'm on.
Mhm.
So Sewer Person freestyles, and so it was just kind of like, I also feel like what he was talking about, he's just been in the studio for too long because he's just pumping out so much goddamn music. So like the comment for lyrically, I thought was lacking, and I think that's because in his bag so much. He doesn't have, because if you're just like,
That's a valid point.
So are
You're
you
not giving yourself
saying?
time to breathe between the music. You're just gonna write the same stuff.
Yeah, because you're
yeah, and
not.
that's
Because you
Yeah,
haven't lived more life yet.
yeah,
and,
exactly.
and
Okay.
that's my real problem with it.
That's
I
a that's
will
a fair
say.
criticism.
I will say that is probably the thing that I agree with the most
Yeah,
so
he does
far.
pump out so much music that he does need a break sometimes. So you're definitely right on that. But I mean,
That's the other reason why I definitely can't say that I'm like a Sewer Person fan because I can't keep up.
So much music,
I do
and that's
not
why
like.
also
Zway puts out a song every 8 days, and sometimes I miss it for a day or two because I'm still listening to Kenny Mason's new album and Nikki Jakey's new album. Sorry, go ahead.
like Sewer Person, I wouldn't say sucks. I just say that he doesn't hit the critiques that I want from a rapper that I'm gonna listen to often, except for with his older stuff, because it's just like fun. Specifically like Omega 3 and Dream Hopping 1. Those two records, like, they are really fun, uh, really inspired. He feels really in it. The production is just like some of the best. I think those are both Godlow. But yeah, and that was before he was getting big. That was like just as he was getting big. Was like 2020, right? That
Okay.
was like when he was really getting like cash money for his raps. Because he's been doing
Okay.
it forever, but I know that he's a career musician. And I could be wrong. I don't know a ton of Sewer Person history, which is why we're gonna move on to the next thing. Wait, what do you want to talk about?
so whenever you get this is
What a switch. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Give me like 30 seconds to just finish out by saying I think despite all those criticisms, everybody's literally allowed to make whatever they want. And
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's cool when people listen to literally whatever they want and pull something from nothing, you know? Song like what's that fucking Black Hole Sun? That song means literally nothing at all. The music video is like forced and everybody's in the comments like I relate to this song so much when I'm sitting in my truck by myself thinking about both of my divorced wives hanging out with each other at brunch. I cry and I listen to this.
some of you don't like hearing about a black hole raining.
I'm not gonna lie, that song slaps so hard in
I'm
the mouth. It's
Like,
so good, bro, but it don't mean nothing. And that's fine. It's cool.
it means it's time to cry in your truck.
Yeah, exactly. Both your wives
I
are having
I
lunch.
guess I have another closing thought about Sewer Person is, so
Okay.
I don't like Sewer Person's new stuff, but I do like country radio. So maybe my opinion doesn't really matter, and you should just like what you think sounds good. But also, if you don't like something,
Boo.
figure out why. You know,
Yeah, chance to
and if
figure
you
out.
like something,
I have very defined reasons for the reasons why I don't like basically everything except music. And that's mostly because I don't spend the time. Like when I listen to music, for the most part, I'm listening to music that I like. I'm not going to listen to an artist or something that I don't like to hate listen to it.
yeah,
Sometimes it's like to show somebody something that I think is cringe to feel the cringe. Like when I showed Zway a Tom McDonald music video, like that was so that we could cringe together. But I would never just like listen to a band or an artist that I don't like.
oh,
So
absolutely,
so when I listen to music, I'm trying to relax or have fun or like get something else out of the experience than that entirely. So I don't really have to like look at it analytically to enjoy a song or dislike a song, to be honest.
yeah. Well, I was more speaking to the audience, and
Oh
you don't have,
shit, fair.
but like you as well. But like, yeah, if you don't like something, you don't have to sit down and like really unpack the whole thing. But if you're listening to a song and you turn it off, oh, why didn't you like it? You know, and especially as a musician, that's something you should be thinking about: is why am I turning songs off? What
Oh,
gets
I
you to
didn't
turn
even
a
think
song
about
off?
it. That's true.
So like, so what don't I like about the new sewer person? Well, this is what I don't like. So this is what I try to avoid as my own self. And I'm like, okay, try to make things feel more inspired. And I'm listening to like a lot of rap that I do like because I don't listen to the new sewer person. I listened to it once, didn't like it, and so I haven't given it another shot because I didn't like it.
Hmm.
So like maybe the rest of Comet 4 is good. Maybe it's not. I only got like 6 tracks in, and I turn it off. Uh, I'm listening to a lot of good rap right now too. Like
Who's your
so
favorite rapper right now?
my favorite rapper right now, it's tied. It's 2 rappers.
Okay.
There's Nah Really, who I just interviewed on my podcast Tuesday of
Okay.
this
I'll
week.
put a link to that in the
So Nah
description.
Really, uh, shout out Nah Really, Mike, uh, real cool. And then I feel like I'm gonna say his name wrong, but it's Love Ulysses. Ulysses?
Ulysses?
Yes.
Like Ulysses S. Grant?
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
that. He says in a song. I still can't say it.
We out here. We tried.
Um,
Our
yeah,
bad.
but both really good. They're like they're writers. They're not freestylers.
Hmm.
Because I was discussing with Mike on my podcast that you can tell when someone writes it because of the way it's like structured, and it's like if you freestyled that, that'd blow my fucking mind. Like you know what I mean? When you
Freestyling and
hear,
sounding like MF Doom.
yeah, like if you freestyled, yeah, but exactly.
Yeah.
I was just like, how did you think of all these words that fast? Um,
The
'Cause
answer
fuck
is you
no.
think 3 or 4 words in advance and you hope that they all fit together or you throw the other ones away. That's my method anyway.
Yeah.
Is usually I'm just like trying to think of the bar that I'm going to say after the bar that I'm saying right now and try to make sure that those either rhyme together or throw one of them away before I choke. And it doesn't always happen. I choke relatively often. If anybody's ever seen one of my gaming streams while we're just running around, I'll be freestyling. I choke often. But I think that's the actual method. I'm just not very good at it.
Yeah. I can't freestyle. I'm not
Mhm.
allowed to. Um,
Is that legal?
yeah. Yeah, legally I'm not allowed to freestyle.
You're a
I had
felon.
yeah, I'm wanted for piracy and freestyling.
Ah,
About Human Centipede. My last like so there was a point where I was trying to work on freestyling, right?
mhm.
I was doing it every day. Like 10 minutes a day, just trying to spit over a beat, even just like a cappella, just like freestyle something.
Actually great practice.
And then I said something about sewing my mouth to another person's butthole so I could be a human centipede. But it rhymed and I kind of like was like, "Oh, that was good, but like what the fuck did I just say? I'm not allowed to do this anymore." I wish
Oh,
I recorded those takes so
That's
I
kind
had
of
that.
like evidence for you to continue. I don't know what you're
I
talking
was
about.
gonna say you crafted a story while freestyling that included morbid details the average person doesn't think of off the top of your head, and you wanted to stop.
Yeah, I was. I didn't think that I was a force I should be tampering
Mia,
with.
you got to hear a Mega Sloth freestyle. That man will go from rapping about upper decking your toilet before leaving to have sex with both of your dads, and then immediately go into more serious rhyming. It's masterful. You gotta bend the goblin mode to your will.
I'm afraid of it. I really am.
It's also definitely not something you should try in a live streamed format if you're not
Oh,
100% sure
definitely
that your like
not.
language is your own, you know. I've been live streaming for a long time, so it's very much like a, I don't generally say the wrong thing unless I'm like really flustered.
Yeah. I I do sometimes, but shit.
Well, this
So
entire
bad.
thing was live, so all of the people in the sewer person subreddit have been in the chat going crazy. They're going insane.
I've already
They
seen my
hate me.
address twice.
They sent me an Imgur link of my house. Was arguably pretty neutral, I think.
They sent me both my IP addresses.
Oh,
My
your V4 and V6?
No, they sent me my VPN address and my IP address. They know where I am and where I'm hiding.
Let's go. Just a
Uh,
picture from inside your closet.
Yeah.
They're under the house.
Fucking-
Bravo, going dark.
Something's flashing back there.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
just-
sure that my blur is just not effective because the light of our Lord and Savior is shining through this window. I now look like I'm Edward Cullen, but from Hot Topic.
Yeah. Very.
Calling some hoes over, dog. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure Cullen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is like
You got that
killing
right.
A woman. Oh,
You got-
okay. I mean,
Hey,
you know what, dude? I didn't realize that Coffin Club was like horrorcore, but all right, I guess this is where we're
Nah,
going.
just core.
hey. If we're gonna kill hoes, we could kill like, I don't know, men.
That's not. It's gender neutral.
Oh yeah, yeah. To be fair, when we reference basically any
The annihilation
gender-
of hoes.
the annihilation of anybody, really, as long as it's not a specific person, we generally just mean whoever's in front of us when we're angry.
Yeah. I'm just down to murder.
Can you like
Especially,
move that pair of pants over the firearm?
Yeah, as you
No.
say that.
It's not registered. It's fine.
All
You're gonna
right,
bleep
so
that one out.
I was gonna say, God damn it, dude, making me work. I'm gonna have to bleep that out too. You know, I'm gonna get
That's
copyrighted.
funny.
I'm gonna just the whole thing's just gonna be. It's gonna look like we're just swearing for the first 2 minutes a bunch. Probably because I was, to be honest. But we don't do the bleeps. I've started just like cutting out just silencing the mic.
Because
I
the
think it
bleep
sounds
is
more natural.
so aggressive.
I actually like when they garble the word, because then it almost feels like a game. Like, oh, if I listen hard enough, maybe I can hear it.
Yeah, I might be able to hear it. Yeah,
And you never
but-
can, but it's fun to play the game.
But if it's just like
So-
the beep, it's like,
Yeah,
come
like,
on, that's so annoying. Is my smoke detector going off? What's up?
yeah, especially because it always blows out the speakers on your like phone. And I listen to a podcast on my cell phone all the time. The
Yeah, and that sounds
Andrew
like a
Schultz-
fucking bomb alert going off on your phone, probably.
The Andrew Schultz podcast. You know, I'm a big fan.
Let's go.
The only podcast I listen to, so
You got to have
I
at
would
least
say-
3 off the dome right now.
I only
said
listen
something
to the
bad
Music
coming.
Mondays podcast.
Oh,
That's actually the only podcast I listen to right now. I'm very bad at listening to podcasts.
Mm.
I spend so much time listening to music for Music Mondays, so it's like I don't really have time to listen to a
Ah.
podcast.
Well, feel free to like take time to, listen to the greatest podcast of all time, The Yard.
Sonic and
If you
Eggman.
want. Oh.
That's Geology's podcast, the Sonic and Eggman thing.
Wait, does he actually have a?
No, I'm just calling him Eggman because he's bald.
Oh, dude, why you gotta make Geology catch a stray, bro? That's evil. No, dude, shout out Geology. Buy a Geology beat. I did. I need to rap on it though. Are you
Like
trying
a
to rap?
Christmas
Are you trying to
fucking-
rap right now, dude? You trying to make a Christmas rap on this Geology?
Dude, Lexic asked
Productions
me to do
beat?
that.
A Christmas
the-
rap?
Oh, you're back. Welcome back.
Oh yeah, I froze out. Sorry, I don't know what was up with that.
Yeah, we figured you got the Clintons just kind of came in.
Clinton,
The ghost,
bro.
Yeah,
Shout out like Clinton,
the
dog.
ghost of Hillary Clinton.
Oh yeah, she's dead. for
yeah.
sure.
In my mind, both the Clintons are dead. Like
the
they don't
molted
exist.
lizard, the molted lizard skin carcass of Hillary Clinton comes in. To the
I want
Like,
to let
we were
the
all
feds
talking
know I'm
about-
not part of this.
I'm not part of this either.
I
I'm not even in. I'm in Chicago right now. If you're tracking my IP, government.
You can find my IP address. I'll just become a martyr.
You know what's fucked up? You can find my address by googling my name.
Like Googling's way.
No, my full name.
Oh,
Dude, that's like
Yeah.
public information. Why would
No, but like it's the first link, literally, and it lists like the last two addresses.
damn.
I think I just committed like a bunch of like fucked up crimes or something.
So
I
like,
just don't remember.
Are you a criminal or what?
As far as I'm concerned,
I'm gonna
so
look
like,
up now.
I
Go ahead.
I'm reached the point. So like the name of my ID is not the name that I tell people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm trans.
Mm-hmm.
But even if I wasn't, I definitely think that's how I would live my life still. And I'm never
Yeah.
changing my name legally. I'm not legally changing my name because I want to be able to tell people my name is Zoe Ivica Glass and then be able to Google that. And my high school track record's not come up.
Yeah. Oh, were you putting up numbers?
No, I wasn't. That's the problem.
Okay. You don't want people to find out the dirt.
I don't want to see people how bad. I don't want like random people that aren't a fan of me to see how bad I was at shot put.
you wanna hear
Yo,
something funny?
real talk.
Oh,
Did
go
I
ahead.
tell you? Did I tell you about how if we have Spooky Fest Michigan, we're setting up a shot put thing?
That's
No.
fucking lit.
I made a joke about this, and I actually think it'd be hilarious to give a gift card to whoever can shot put the farthest at the Spooky Fest.
Yeah, I'll be.
It
We gotta have somebody
it'd just
like,
be me, 'cause I'm.
We have somebody try to catch it down at the.
yeah.
Whoever can catch
with
the
a-
shot put.
So
You get a helmet.
Why would you-
get like
for
a
what?
hockey helmet and one hockey glove?
For what? What do you need a helmet for?
Dude, the sun is progressively getting closer to my face every few minutes.
Bro, I googled my name, okay? And the first thing that pops up now is somebody who got arrested in Kentucky for possession of a firearm by a felon.
That's pretty funny considering.
That's
I'm
pretty
gonna have to
good.
bleep out of it. I'm probably gonna have to actually just cut that out instead of bleeping it out. It's pretty long.
Well, it is registered.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you can edit that over that last part.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I can just splice it. People will be like, "Wow, I feel like I'm having deja vu right now." You are. Don't rewind.
I mean, you
No.
can if you want to, like in 2 hours or whatever, when the YouTube algorithm resets and lets you watch it, add another view to it. That'd be cool.
Don't rewind. Don't do
Spooky.
it.
Well, if you give it 2 more hours and you can add another view to it, you might want to.
Don't rewind for 2 hours.
Wait, hold on. I flipped myself.
Oh, now you're like.
I can do that too,
You're
but
like now you're Australian. Congratulations.
Yeah.
you're our second Australian on the phone.
Dude, shout out to
So-
all Australians except for that one. Just kind of
Which one?
Oh, just the one. They
Oh,
know.
when you see him.
They know.
So I ran out of talking points that I had prepared. Oh wait,
Okay. You didn't
Delta-
talk about your podcast really at all.
Delta
didn't-
10.
What is Delta 10?
You ever tried it?
I don't even know what it is. So
So
I mean, I've
Delta
heard of
10,
it,
it's a hemp derived concentrate.
okay.
Basically just like dabs, but it's got like a slightly different high. Your body has a different tolerance for Delta 10 than it does for other cannabinoids. I'm not a weed scientist, so if I misspoke, let me know. But
Yeah, they'll
from
lambast you in the
experience.
comments for that and nothing
Yeah,
else.
good.
There'll be like a custom grow 420 video about this.
Yeah, our podcast, they're gonna flame us.
Don't fucking flame me.
Yeah,
These-
that would
these
be
fake
hilarious. That would be extra funny because we had like a whole section of the podcast where we talked about how to like make a concentrate out of weed and
And I said the wrong number.
and we said the wrong number and tried to correct it in the live chat and no one was even paying attention to the actual
yeah,
part
I
of the
said like
podcast. That was pretty
425, but it was only more like 250.
Oh God, that's like pretty off.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was
funny.
drunk.
Yeah, he was cooking.
I had a lot of alcohol in me. That was great.
Yeah, he was a consumer that night. Then you kept going too. But
Gosh.
but yeah, we still got stuff to talk
I was
about.
right for the rest of it though.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about NFTs?
So I don't really understand them, and I don't think that they're necessary.
Can you smoke them?
Yeah, you can't smoke them,
That's true.
and they just stay on your computer. Like,
Well, the idea is that eventually our world facilitates them not being on the computer. Not that I'm like a super NFT guy, but it's been coming up relatively recently again, so I'm kind of like now that I have a
But you know
podcast,
how
I
you
feel like I have to
can
talk
like
about
buy
it.
a star or whatever, and you have a certificate that says that's your star. That's basically the real world NFT.
Shit. Nick just told me apparently that that company that you can like buy a title from or like a foot of land and become a lord.
Yeah,
or
a
driver's
lord,
license or
yeah.
whatever. Apparently, it's totally a scam, and they don't plant trees. So
Yeah,
like their
I-
YouTube videos are just lies, bro.
I can't believe people believed it, to be honest, because it just
The
come on.
planting trees part, I know, is like kind of like a
Well, the whole buying a foot
it's a
Skyward thing is
leading
just like
around.
the company. I've been hearing that since I was a child that you could do that. So I knew that there was going to be a company eventually.
Well, I
And
was
any
gonna say,
YouTube advertising company is always scummy.
I was gonna say I also
Not always,
had heard
but-
about that as a kid. I had just like the turnaround from me and Nick going to buy this for each other for Christmas as a joke, so we can both become lords on our driver's license, to us finding out it was a scam is like sub 2 days. It was like 45 hours.
that's a dangerous long time. That's a
That's the
long
th-
time. to be
that's the
falling for a
thing.
scam.
Well,
We're pretty
well, to be
impulsive
fair-
generally.
To be fair, we went to the website. We like did our due diligence instead of just like, oh, we're gonna purchase lordship. It feels like it should be a bigger deal. So I'm guessing he did his research and he just came through and he was like, yeah, that shit's a scam, bro. They ain't doing nothing. You literally can't even change your name or like your ID. It's like just not true.
You can't put titles on your ID unless they're like already accepted in the US, and the Lord is not one of them.
Correct.
Which is a big bummer for me.
Oh, you a Lord.
I think it's a bummer for everybody because I feel like lordship applies to homes, and I own a home. I would like to be a lord.
I don't own a home, but I definitely am a lord.
I was about to say, I can't wait to get me discriminated against because my ID doesn't say Lord. Oh, he's renting. Fuck this kid.
Technically, since I have renters, shout out to ethical renting, by the way, very pog. Just as a concept, not like a specific person or anything. He looked slightly confused for a second, so I just wanted to make sure, and then I realized you were just coughing because dabs. So,
They're coughing because they're at the club.
oh, true. Shout out us.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's funny you're talking about the Delta 10 earlier, and then you just go hit a dab.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got them both.
It just seems because like people use Delta 8 as a alternative, so it's just funny to hear another alternative, quote unquote, used alongside of.
I just take K2, dude.
Might as well.
off. Shout out Spice.
Cloud9.
I
Oh,
love me
dude.
some. I almost said something else. I'm tripping. You ever snorted stevia? You know that fake sugar.
Yo, so I grew up in South Carolina with my friend John. That's not his real name, by the way.
He is a tractor.
Yeah, last name Deer. He grew. We grew up together, and then he moved to Charleston. And like 6 years after I had not seen him in 6 years, I moved to Charleston, and I started dating my now wife. My wife was my friend John's high school bully.
Oh, you
She
told me
made
this.
him. She made
Oh
him
yeah.
snort like pepper, pixie sticks.
Oh,
like,
what the fuck?
Like eat hot shit in exchange for slices of school pizza, because she worked at Pizza Hut, so she didn't want pizza. But she would
Oh,
still
shit.
get her obligatory school lunch, and then use it to degrade my friend. And I married this woman.
Great choice, honestly.
Yeah, I pick him. Shout out my wife.
Because she's probably not like that anymore.
I feel like I feel like I got away
that's the
lucky.
character growth.
Oh no, she could beat my ass.
Yeah, I feel like I got away lucky coming up there and visiting. I had to deal with that. She didn't make me snort nothing.
She
Well,
knew
the
you
first
didn't. She knew you didn't need a slice of pizza, because
That's true.
I was like, oh, I gotta give Zoe a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
That way he'll let me record on his microphone. Now I don't
Yeah.
need you anymore. I got a new
Well,
one.
it's more like you had to give me the slice of pizza so I wouldn't snort stuff that I found.
Actually,
Like
yes.
random debris.
Not even debris. I just, I'm bad at taking the pills. Sometimes they just land on the ground and I leave them there
Yeah, and I just
for my cats to eat.
and they're crunchy and I like them. I don't know what you want from me.
So the cats like them too. You got to fight for it. How many times, fellas? How many times have you gone to eat a pill off the floor and it was just cat food? Am I right?
Well, there's some Adderall is similarly colored, so I can see you mistaking it.
Bro,
I've
if your
only ever
cat,
seen blue
if-
Adderall. So
if your
Well, it's not
Adderall
Adderall brand.
is cat food brown, you need to not take that.
It's
Adderall.
no, there's cat food's orange sometimes, and there's orange Adderall.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's just a different name.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's called Batterall.
It's better.
So I've never
Done a kickflip?
purchased that.
Oh.
I've never done a kickflip. I've never
changed that.
purchased Adderall illegally, right? I've only
Okay.
Right.
obtained it through a prescription once.
Right.
Mhm.
It was a very low dosage. My doctor did
Doesn't
not
matter.
ask me about. He asked me about my. He did not ask me about my life, like at all, like what kind of lifestyle I was
They don't
living.
care. Of course not.
I don't care.
I just told him I was tired. And so he gave me some Adderall.
Jesus.
Damn.
So-
my doctor asked if I was depressed. I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of sad right now.
Here's some Adderall.
They didn't give me nothing. They just said, hey, get better sleep and come back in a couple weeks.
It's like
And then I did, and they didn't give me Adderall. What the heck, guys? You guys are all getting
Yeah.
drugs. I just got mentally stable.
No,
a
I had to
little
buy
bit
them
more.
illegally.
no.
Oh,
So that was pretty whack of that doctor. To just
Agreed.
like give me. He didn't ask me. I had just turned 21. Like, why would you ever trust a 21-year-old with Adderall? Like,
I mean,
you're
Ooh.
drinking and they're doing Adderall at the same time.
the problem is that like there's
Nothing wrong with
There-
that.
the problem is that there are going to be outliers where somebody is, I moved out of my parents' house when I was 16. I didn't have parents to make doctor's appointments for me, stuff like that.
Now,
So-
I'm not saying that like I should have had like parental consent. He should have asked me about how much I drank. he should have
That kind
like
of shit. Yeah, absolutely. But they also
it shouldn't have
pre-check
been
for
the
that stuff,
first
don't they?
appointment.
It definitely
He-
should have been the first appointment. That's for sure.
It shouldn't have been the first appointment, but it was.
That's
Uh,
fucked.
yeah, so that's why it's like, why did you just give a 21-year-old Adderall? Like, why did you do that? Thankfully, I didn't ruin my life with it. I stopped taking it because I was like, yo, I drink way too much to be taking Adderall. And now I don't drink or take Adderall.
Shouts out. I think I only did it twice, and the first night was rad as fuck because I just stayed up playing COD for 14 hours, I think.
Damn,
And
bro.
then the next night was just lame because I didn't have nothing to do. I was bored, just awake,
Yeah,
and then never again because I don't want to be bored and awake.
I took legally prescribed and obtained Adderall once and only one time and it felt normal. And I was like, oh, I guess I just have ADHD. That's unfortunate.
Well, even it depends on the brand too because each brand has a different mechanism to take it out. And my buddy who does have ADHD has it's like something with like Serta, something with C. I don't know. That brand makes him calm down. Adderall does not.
Damn,
It
bro.
does the fucking the staying awake all night long type shit.
I just felt like it was like time for me to listen to lo-fi beats to study / chill / relax to.
yeah.
Like,
um,
bedtime.
I do. So Ritalin works great for me, but I reach a point with any substance where if I stop feeling the full effect of it, I just take more of it, and it's like, well, I can't be doing that with a prescribed medication.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure. It
so
also objectively has the worst Batman villain name.
Ritalin.
for real, yeah, like Ritalin this Batman.
Yeah. That being said, new Batman movie, fire. I thought it was great.
Especially if you got
is it?
ADHD, you'll love it.
Yeah, if you have ADHD and you like to sit in the same spot for 3 hours long, staring at a screen while barely anything happens except for
It'll be
talking,
perfect for you.
it'll be
Yeah.
great for you.
Yeah, that
People with
sounds great.
ADHD love that shit. I definitely didn't have to like take edibles to watch it, but it was great. I loved it.
Yeah, it didn't have to be high as fuck to stay
I
calm.
I followed the plot. I
Had
watched
to be
it
for the
again while
podcast.
I was at work, and it was like fire.
Oh,
I'm a fan. Yeah, I closed my eyes exactly like that. Audio listeners, they're like, wow, he didn't do anything. Fuck you, audio listener.
He said something fucked up, so he muted. It's all right.
Yeah, that's what happened. Nothing else. I definitely didn't make a squinty-eyed pleasure face. Anyway, do you have anything else that you'd like to shout out before we get you out of here?
shit. So all I've done on this episode so far is
Mhm.
talk about sewer person, talk about drugs, and talk about
Porn.
and porn.
Flashbangs by my pale white skin in this sun.
Yeah. So I hope this is a good introduction to me outside of my podcast, Lab Grown. It's a musician interview podcast.
Have you ever interviewed Zoe before? Up and coming artist?
I have not. Zoe's on my list of people to hit up. Season 1 is starting soon.
Let's go.
I started at season 0.
Of course.
Uh,
Like an anime. You gotta.
yeah.
It's the OVA.
It's the beta actually is what I called it. Is the
Ooh,
beta season.
prototyping. Let's go.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'll be starting season 1 of Lab Grown next year. Stay tuned for the Daedalus episode and the Nah Really episode. And I'm doing a podcast for Music Mondays on their YouTube channel called The Breakdown, where I sit down with artists and I break down their album with them. Yeah, that one's
Okay.
pretty cool.
That's tight.
Just
Nate
had the
Hollow
episode.
also just dropped an album. You know,
Nate Hollow.
I'm just gonna shout out all of my friends. I
Fire.
apologize. I just
I'm
like all my friends.
I put Nate Hollow on the SoundCloud Sundays playlist a couple weeks ago, just because like one of their tracks just showed up in my feed, and I was like, "Hold up, this is fire." Other people need to know about this. So yeah, Nate Hollow.
Fire. Whole project. Bangers.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway,
Oh.
I'm literally
shit.
interrupting your shout out to shout out my friends. I'm
Hey, it's shout out time. It's shout out time. We're wrapping it up.
yeah.
You know,
Shout out Bring Me the Horizon for switching up their style and then realigning and making themselves more palatable to people who still liked like grind and shit, but also making music for 16-year-old teenagers. Yeah.
Bring Me the Horizon. Yeah. Chelsea
dude.
Smile. Good song.
Banger. Yes, sir. My favorite song, or my favorite, Pray for Plagues is probably my favorite song by Bring Me the Horizon ever. But yeah. Anyway, obviously go check out the rest of Ivy's stuff. It's all going to be in the description. Do you have like a
Yeah.
link tree, or do we
Yeah,
just
I
hit like
do.
the 3 or 4 links? Whatever. We'll figure it
got a
out. We'll do
link
specific
tree.
stuff.
I'll send it to you in the chat after we get off.
Excellent. So make sure that
Then
you
you'll
check
have my
out
link
all of their stuff. Leave a comment saying, wow, what a great episode. I have no comment on any hot takes that were said here.
There's a
And
lot of hot takes.
And I don't want to see the Patreon episode where we do a watch together of a movie with horse porn in it. Goodbye.
It's not horse porn.
Girls want me.